It's nighttime. Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. Today, these drivers with the Fast Action Racing Series will be taking and trying to tame this 1.5 mile oval in the Lady in Black 101. Last week at Talladega Super Speedway, we saw some incredible racing, including some four wide racing all night long. And in the end, penalties were handed out. So ultimately, your third place finisher of Matthew Stern not only got his first pole in Fast Action Racing Series, he also got his first win. That is major for the driver of that number 4 Coors Xfinity driver and your Crown Royal number 4 Chevrolet Matthew Stern. He worked very hard to dial in that race truck or race car last week just perfectly, and he got super duper excited that he was able to pull away with the win tonight or last week. But tonight he's going for 2 in a row here at Darlington. I would like just to touch up on a couple things here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race info for today, ladies and gentlemen. Give me just a moment here. It's like as soon as I get it figured out, somebody always has to change the answer on me. But that's all right. We are going to get this figured out right now, ladies and gentlemen. As we have only just a few more moments left of our practice here, and then we are going to switch over to our qualifying session. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, see, I knew what I needed to do, guys. All right, this is Darlington Raceway. Like I said, this is a 1.31 mile racetrack. The current track temperature is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are right here in the beautiful city of Darlington, South Carolina. The air temperature today is 79 degrees outside, humidity of 64 degrees. It is cloudy with a 7 mile per hour wind. And your B&L Labor Services key to the race, there is only one right here at Darlington, is watch the wall. You want to stay off the wall as much as you can, as if you are not careful, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're going to get sucked right into these walls. And usually, when the lady in black gets a hold of you, you are just along for the ride. So let's go ahead, head back down onto the racetrack today, as our drivers are now heading out to start their first qualifying laps. As As we take a look here at Jordan Martin, he is making his qualifying run out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Already, currently, Jordan Martin has the best time with the 29.7. We're going to see who can top that. And there's no surprise there with Dan Atkins taking over that top spot with a 29.57. LaRue was better. And Dan Atkins gets a little bit loose coming out of turn number 4. Let's see if he can better his lap time, which he cannot. And Lucas Edwards out of Westerly, Rhode Island is coming out of turn number 4 to finish his second timed lap. And he does better his last time of a 29.41. Let's come in here, take a look here at with Cody Majork, who puts down a lap time of a 29.65 as he exits out of turn number 2. And he bounces off the wall. As he gets it, down. And as of right now, it looks like only 5 cars have taken to the track. Cody Majork in that number 28 Bass Pro Shop Ford F-150. He is coming to take the white flag for his final qualifying attempt. As you see him now coming through turns 3 and 4 to come down the front straightaway. He's able to keep it off the wall this time. And can he better his time? It looks like he does. He does bring it up to a 29.65. And now we are just waiting, ladies and gentlemen, to find out if anybody else is going to come out to get a qualifying time. It looks like we have Kian Fry making his way out onto the speedway now. As it looks, as he has spun it on his outlap here, and he has now rejoined into the pits, and he will now pull away. As he gets a little bit loose here, coming out of a turn number 4. As we continue to watch him get right up against that wall, almost loses it again. But he is able to keep it straight. Alrighty, and right now that will put him just 6th fastest with a 30.66, as he is riding that back end right up against that turn 3 and 4 wall, and he comes out, or down to turn 2, I'm sorry, and now he's coming through turns 3 and 4, and it looks like he will be the last one to put in a lap time, possibly. And he betters it, but not enough. He will still start in that number 6 spot. Oh, we were just in there watching Lucas Edwards in that number 87 machine.
Ooh, long run from the car on the road there and getting to the booth. I couldn't find a golf cart to bring me.
Mr. Jeffrey Engel, welcome in, buddy. So what's the deal? Are you going down racing, or are you going to be up here in the booth with us today?
I'm going to be up here for the last few races of the season. I am going to be hitting the track during practice session to kind of get an idea of what this track's going to feel like. That way, I can help better describe what these drivers are feeling to the viewers.
Oh, that is absolutely awesome, buddy. I definitely like the hearing of that. So we are. Looks like we're getting ready to line up down on pit road. Well, Mr. Engel, thank you for joining us up here in the booth. Glad to have you up here as my color commentator. You can definitely give us a, a general idea of how these cars run, what they do, how do you survive, and what do you think today will be the toughest thing for these drivers as they get ready to pull away here on the front straightaway here at Darlington.
On this race during the runs, it's probably we're going to probably all be holding up scorecards. This is probably going to turn from racing to figure skating because this track is going to definitely get slick. Even though you're supposed to get grip as the night goes on, not the case here at Darlington. The more it rubbers up, the cooler temps for some reason makes this place slick. I don't understand why. It's one of those baffling things about this place. But a lot of sliding and some possibly some two wide racing at times. You know, some good battles out there. Everybody looks fast. Everybody looks even as far as speed charts look. Shaping up to probably be a good, exciting, what I like to call the paints of the past at Darlington race.
Oh, absolutely. We are definitely in for a really big treat here at Darlington as anything ever can happen here at this racetrack. And well, we are pulling away, and we will go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen, for the Lady in Black 101. Starting on the pole, Mr. Pole Guy, Lucas Edwards in that number 87 pickup truck. Our current points leader, Dan Atkins, in that number 91 machine. He will start second. Cody Majork in that number 28. And Dakota LaRue in the number 88 machines will start in row number 2. Row number 3, you have Jordan Martin in that number 13 and Kean Fry in the number 14. Starting row number 4, you have Brad Quall Sr. in that number 31 machine, and to his outside, last week's winner Matthew Stern. To his outside, Mr. Jeff Engel is joining us up here in the booth, and it looks like Jake Edwards is not here for the time being. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get this race underway. And
Stars on. Here we go, boys.
here we go. And early on, Dan Atkins is already having radio issues and is not able to communicate to his race team just yet. But they do quickly get single file as they come out of turn number 2. Lucas Edwards very strong in that number 87 RCA Aaron's machine. But right behind him is our points leader, Dan Atkins. And Cody Majork in that number 28 is settled down into third at the present moment. So last week, we ran Talladega, and we saw a lot of action there alone. Running, and we had one car bounce hard off that turn 4 wall, and that was the 14 of Kean Fry. What is your thoughts about last week and then coming here to Darlington a week after?
Going from a wide open track to a track that's kind of narrow and places you got to mind your P's and Q's as well. I mean, one wrong move here, running side by side, and you can take each other out. One sneeze, one cough, whatever it takes, a twitch, and everybody's race is done that's got caught up in it. I mean, I consider it one of those places that wrecks can happen, like Talladega and Daytona, because I mean, even though it is a mile and a half, it is a very fast mile and a half. Very unconventional mile and a half, but very fast.
Absolutely. It is a very, very fast racetrack, and as you said, she's got a lot of characteristics to her. As my paints are going crazy here on me. I want to make sure I'm showing all the right paint colors here for everybody. Alright, and I've got all that figured out here now as we jump back up here to the race leader of Lucas Edwards in that number 87 machine as they come around to complete lap 5. Right now he's sitting just almost a full second and right in front of Dan Atkins. And then a little bit further back you have Dakota LaRue, Cody Majork, and Jordan Martin. Things are now spread out here around this speedway as we see Jordan Martin in that number 13 machine. Looks like he's actually running a different paint scheme this week in that number 13. Normally he's running a pay-to-pass looking machine, but he's got a beautiful black and gold machine on his race car today.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've seen it when I was on practice, and I thought, man, these are some good-looking trucks tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like also the number 88, your third place of Dakota LaRue, he is running a white number 88 Goodrich Chevrolet this week. Definitely out of ordinary for him and his normal Grease Monkey Motorsports machine.
Absolutely. It was great throwing out the idea to Jordan about this week at Darlington. Told Jordan, I was like, I think it's Darlington. Even though it's trucks, let's see some paints of the past, and that's what we'll call it, paints of the past weekend, or whatever you want to call it. But
that is absolutely perfect. That makes a lot of sense. Why a lot of these drivers are running different paint schemes this week. Somehow I didn't catch the memo.
I was like, yeah, let's have them throw some throwback schemes on there. I know Lucas Edwards here. He did a fantastic job on his paint scheme. He made his from scratch. Looked very sharp, very, very sharp. Saw the renderings of it before and after. Looked really good. Some other drivers out there, I believe, made theirs as well. I'm not sure which ones did, but I know Lucas Edwards did for a fact. And I believe Jordan Martin was another one that made his own. Looked really good. I love the gold he put into it.
Oh, absolutely.
Looked really good.
And we are now completing lap number 10. And your current race leader has just about a 3.5 second lead on Lucas Edwards. So Edwards is putting on a very good race so far today.
Absolutely. He's looking to check out and go win a crown jewel here at Darlington tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Last week was absolutely heartbreaking for Lucas Edwards in that number 87 Toyota Camry at Talladega. 3 drivers on that final lap all got penalties for their racing incident points. And that allowed first-time winner Matthew Stern to sneak into third on that big pileup on the backstretch and allow him to officially claim the win. So that was definitely heartbreaking just for Lucas Edwards, who needed those points.
As well. I think LaRue finished second, but was also penalized, if I ain't mistaken.
Correct. Dakota LaRue, he was penalized on the last lap.
I know I
And
went from fifth at the finishing order to third. I'm like, oh, okay, well, darn, I wished I'd have been 2 trucks ahead.
yeah,
but
unfortunately,
but it was a great race.
yep, unfortunately, you did get caught up in that last lap crash at Talladega.
I did. I felt like I was about to get through it, and then just no. The forces, the universe said no, not right now.
Ain't that the truth? Unfortunately, I uh, can say just about the same as I got wrecked out with 2 to go. Uh, Cody Majoric got a nice little shove.
Hard hit to the inside wall, didn't you? I think it ended your day. Hard hit to the inside.
No, I was actually able to pull away um, when I was able to keep it off the wall and come back and finish. But I know the driver that
Because when you got sent to the left, all I know is, well, I hope he don't hit that wall or anything, because I couldn't. Once you got shot to the left, I couldn't see where you went to, so
yeah
I didn't know how you made out on that deal.
yeah I ended up fully spinning out on the back stretch and rolled up into turn number 3, and we had a situation here with Matthew Stern as he came down to pit road early. I'm very unsure of why he did. So let's go back
Could be a
as
strategy call. Could be a short pitch. That way he don't have to pit on the long run at the very last pit stop. He can keep on trucking while they have to do a short pit at the very end. Take 2 tires and some fuel and kind of get it back to the end of this race here. But I feel like that's what he may be shaping up to try to do here.
absolutely taking a quick look as he spins it. Keep
Oh
it
no!
straight. Keep it straight. What a save for the number 4 Crown Royal driver of Matthew Stern. That was about to end bad if he was not able to save that as he was heading straight for that inside wall. What an incredible save. Alright, so we're going to jump back over here for your battle for third. Here we go. Your battle for third between Cody Majoric and Dakota LaRue. Dakota LaRue and Cody Majoric both, they have a small history this season. That started all the way back in the third race, and they've found each other a few times already on racetracks. So hopefully these two competitors can, keep it clean today as they try to tame this racetrack today. After this race, we will have 2 more races remaining before we head to Homestead for the season finale. And as it boils down, Dan Atkins currently has a decent points lead. However, Lucas Edwards, he's been having a pretty good last few weeks as well. Do you think it's possible that that Lucas Edwards might be able to make some noise over in Homestead? We are now here taking a look at Dan Atkins in that number 91 Die Hard machine as he gets a little squirrely there at a turn 2, which we are going to see more and more as this race goes on. As Jeff mentioned early on in the day, this track doesn't get tighter as the night goes on, it gets looser. And that's just one of the many characteristics of Darlington. And are you still with me here, Jeff?
I am.
There he is. So, here is a fun fact about Darlington. Did you know that the line that they are racing now is not actually technically the race line?
No, I believe that line was actually just between the white and the yellow line there, to be honest with you. I believe that was actually added about a couple decades later, about a decade later, that banking for Darlington.
So that banking is actually original banking, and the race line was actually down against the inside wall, and the banking was to help cars slow down from hitting the concrete or from hitting the guardrails that were there at the time. And one driver decided he wanted to test it, and he ran a whole race up top and found out he was definitely a lot faster as Dan Atkins gets loose at a turn 2, and found out he was faster, and then everybody started catching on, and so everybody started going up, and now they basically ride right around that outside against that retaining wall. So when I first read about that, I was like, that is actually pretty awesome. Oh,
It is very interesting.
yeah. As our battle for P4 is getting more heated up between Jordan Martin in that number 13 machine and Dakota LaRue in that number 88. As they dive down into turns 1 and 2, I believe it is. Yep. And Martin just taps the wall just a little bit coming out of the corner. If none of these drivers escape this racetrack without side scratches on their race trucks, I could tell you right now they were not racing hard enough.
Oh, no. No.
My rule of thumb when I come here to Darlington is I must hit that wall a minimum of 5 times, then I can say I was running my hardest. If I don't hit the wall at that many times, as you see Jordan Martin getting his Darlington stripes put on his race car, if you don't get at least that, then you're not racing this track correctly. And things have absolutely spread out, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back up here to take a look at Lucas Edwards in that number 87 RCA Aaron Sears machine as he gets loose coming through turns 1 and 2. He was able to keep it straight. I thought he was going to go around there for a second.
I did too, honestly.
I don't know how he was able to keep that machine facing straight, as we have a couple fans in YouTube rooting on Lucas Edwards. Simoleons and Natalie, welcome in. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast so far. Lucas Edwards is out in front with just about a 5-second lead. At one point,
Yeah.
I saw that he was all the way up to like a good 10 seconds. So I think his lap times might be fading away.
Lucas is on rails right now. He's pretty much an autopilot. You know what I'm saying, Mike? He's focused. I know I talked to him before the race and before practice ever started. I asked him how he was feeling about the chances, and he said he felt pretty good, but wasn't quite sure because of a lot of unknowns at Darlington. And I told him, I was like, just go out there, keep your head held high, keep your eyes focused on the track, and don't worry about nothing around you. Just go out there, run your race, and pretty much if you do that, you're basically going to separate yourself from the rest of the field and be in your own zip code. So it looks like he's taking that to heart and taking the advice, and he's really rolling with it, pulling a big gap out right here for the lead.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely agree with that 1,000%. Let's take a look here.
I got to step away for a few moments there, Mike. I will be right back to join the broadcast.
Not a problem, my friend. So let's take a look. There we go. As we are working lap 35. We're just going back here, take a look at his past laps. And his lap times are not falling off a lot that I originally thought he was. He is running just about 2 seconds slower than what he was on those fresh Goodyear Eagle tires. As he is now tiptoeing his way around this racetrack. And he is catching... Let's see, who is he catching here? Key and Fry, I believe. As they enter over here into turn number 1 and 2, as he gets ready to come down this, or turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway once again. Let me try a little something different today here, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a good little test right here. Something that we have not done here yet on the iCast Racing Network, and we're going to go ahead and take a look here in our track maps. Just so you can get a general idea of where all of your favorite drivers are running. The current race leader is that number 87 truck of Lucas Edwards, followed by Cody Majoric in that number 2 machine, or that number 28 machine, followed by Dakota LaRue in that 88. Jordan Martin is up to that 4th spot, and Dan Atkins in that number 91. He has fallen all the way back as you see the 4 car getting hard into that outside wall, and Dan Atkins retakes that number 4 spot from Jordan Martin as they come out of turn number 4. Right now, currently, this is your closest battle on the racetrack, as you see Dan Atkins and Jordan Martin in their respective Chevrolet and Ford F-150. This die-hard paint scheme definitely is the right choice here for Darlington, as like I said, this track is a very tough track. Out of my 15 years here on the iRacing service, I have only been able to win only one time here at Darlington, as Jordan Martin gets into the wall coming out of turn 2. As we come back up here and catch up with our second place runner currently, Cody Majork. He's had a up and down season, as we are coming down to the line. With after this race, we will have 2 races remaining in season 1 of the Fast Action Racing series. This is their very first season here on the iRacing platform. They have come from the Xbox console life and decided to give a iRacing league a shot, and so a lot of these drivers are here for the first time on iRacing and running their first season total. And since the green flag dropped at Daytona at the beginning of this season, we have watched all of these drivers grow as drivers, including Lucas Edwards in that number 87 machine. He has been growing ever so quickly, as you see him so far putting on a dominant run here, leading the first 45 laps of this event as he begins lap number 46. As you see him now come through turns 1 and 2 down this Boeing back straightaway up into the hard rock turns 3 and 4. And to the start finish line. Let's go ahead and let's ride on board. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's ride on board with your race leader and see what it is like around Darlington. As we jump back here to third place, Dakota LaRue. And we will finish out the lap riding on board with him. Dakota LaRue and that number 88 Grease Monkey Motorsports machine, paying homage to Kevin Harvick. As we catch up here with Cody Majork in that number 28 Bass Pro Shop Club Ford F-150, as he is trying to track down the number 14 of Kean Fry in front of him to put Kean Fry 1 lap down. Dakota LaRue is making his way down onto pit road here at Darlington for his first scheduled green flag pit stop. And this will put them just about the halfway point in this event as you see Dakota LaRue coming down pit road. Alrighty, and we're going to catch back up here with your race leader of Lucas Edwards in that number 87 RCA Aaron's machine. This paint scheme is absolutely beautiful, a nice throwback to RCA. How long will he wait before he comes into pits? As I say that, here comes your race leader, Lucas Edwards, to bring it down here onto pit road. Oh, he got close to hitting those barriers coming in. That was a very close call. And that will turn your race lead over to Cody Majoric. And he will get hit with bonus laps for leading a lap. Dan Adkins missed the pit entrance. And he's going to lose a lot of time by missing that pit entrance. That is very unfortunate, as Brad Qualls Sr. will take over that number 3 spot in the number 31 machine. And Cody Majoric is now down on pit road. And Jordan Martin will stay out to lead for his bonus lap in his number 13 Ford F-150 truck. Dan Adkins finally made his way down onto pit road. That is absolutely very unfortunate for Dan Adkins, as that will drop him from that 4th spot all the way down. Put him all the way down to just about probably the 6th spot. As you see, Jordan Martin continues to stay out here. And we have the 31 of Brad Qualls Sr. making his way down onto pit road. Kean Fry in that number 14 Ford F-150 Ford sponsored truck makes his way down onto pit road here as well. Jordan Martin will follow suit as he will bring it down onto pit road. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes Lucas Edwards coming out of turn number 2 up into turn number 3 and 4. This should cycle all these drivers out. As Jordan Martin is still sitting down on pit road. I think something happened and he missed his pit stall and had to back up. But that will round out your pit stops here in the lap 50s. So starting right about with all these drivers coming down through for their pit stops. And let's come back here and catch up with the number 88 of Dakota LaRue, as he is working just about 11 seconds back behind Lucas Edwards. This will put a good points day for Dakota LaRue, as he's had an up and down season. And this is exactly how, technically, how these two front leaders finished the race last week. running 1 and 2, as you see Lucas Edwards coming up on that number 91 machine of Dan Atkins to put him a lap down. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Your race leader had a big mess up getting down onto pit road, and he is looking to get lapped by Lucas Edwards, who has been very dominant all race long, leading probably all the most laps, I should say. And currently he holds the fastest lap. He actually just put down his fastest lap time of a 29.41.
Watching Lucas right now, he's on rails, man. I'm telling you, he's laser focused.
Absolutely, and trying to pass around this speedway is not hard, as you don't have much room to play. I was just saying how detrimental this is for Dan Atkins, you know, to go a lap down in the final 3 races. Do you think this is going to hinder Dan's mentality for the remaining races of the season, as he gets major loose out of turn number 2?
Sure, it just depends on how he takes this race and the result of it, and see how it shapes up towards the end to give a definite answer on how he may feel. But it just depends on how his race goes. If he's satisfied with his performance, then probably no disappointment or any weight to carry going into the final few races. But if it's a good race for him and he's satisfied with it, I think he'll remain focused and keep the job at hand in mind.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 100% there. As you saw Dan Atkins go 1 lap down to your race leader of Lucas Edwards. I want to go ahead and jump back to our second place of Dakota LaRue and third place Cody Majoric. Cody Majoric's been trying hard to get to that back bumper of Dakota LaRue, but Dakota LaRue keeps inching his way forward away from him. But LaRue's just not gaining any time whatsoever on your race leader of Edwards.
It looks to be almost a 13-second gap between first and second. If you could correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
That I am seeing, and it is just going bigger and bigger on this pit cycle. Believe it or not, Lucas Edwards gained 4 seconds on the rest of the field in that pit cycle run.
That is big. That is major right there. Major benefit to Lucas Edwards there.
Oh, absolutely. When he came in, there was just about a maybe like an 8-second different, 9-second different. When he came out, he was just about 12 seconds ahead than he was before he came down.
Up another second and a half since the pit stop, so he's just getting further and further ahead of this field, man. He's in his own race. Is he in Vegas yet? I mean, it seems like it. He's already that far ahead, it seems.
Yeah, I think he's already on his way to Vegas already, and possibly even Homestead at this point.
Absolutely. He said, I'm ready to check out of here, pick up the checkered flag if I can, and go on to Vegas.
Oh, absolutely. I am actually very surprised here, not to lay out the commentator's curse, but we are working lap 68, and we have yet to see a caution. So these guys have been going at it for 68 laps total with no cautions, which is a first for the Fast Action Racing Series right here on the ICAST Racing Network.
Absolutely. This is a great race. Sometimes you want to see cautions, to kind of bunch the field back up together, especially if it's good, tight racing. But when it's racing like this, you just want to see it play out and see how all this is going to unfold.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. So if we can go flag to flag, no cautions, that is going to be a big step for these drivers.
Oh, absolutely. Big milestone for FARS as well in the iRacing portion of their organization. Definitely, definitely huge. I mean, it's already huge right now. I've been very impressed this season with these guys. I mean, this is the first season I've run with most of them. I mean, like Lucas Edwards, I've known him for several years. Jordan Martin, I've known him for several years as well. And I've come over here and started racing with these guys just this season, and I've had a blast. I really have. I know I don't get the performance. Should I say the results that I want to get, but overall, I mean, just being a part of these races with this group is it's special. It's fun, and see Lucas Edwards touch the wall a little bit there, but
Yep.
it's a great group, fast guys, pretty chill guys. I like the group, and I have nothing but good things to say about them.
Oh, absolutely. And as you guys know, you guys are growing just like I am here as a broadcaster. I've been on the iRacing service for 15 years now. 2 years since its conception in 2008. Um, and I've decided to come up and do some broadcasting and call some races. And you guys let me pretty much call you guys my guinea pigs. And honestly, Jeff, I mean, it's not supposed to happen this way, but I've formed a couple friendships between you, Dakota LaRue, league owner Jordan Martin, um, all of these guys. You know, I've can now call friends, and it's not supposed to happen for me this way. This ain't fair.
Hey man, you find friends in unexpected places. That's what I've always said. I've had more friends online, made more friends online than I've had in real life. But in real life, I like to keep my circle extremely small. And if you're a part of it, you best dang be well privileged.
Absolutely. I agree 100% as we see your race leader get up into the wall once again. And
This still ain't stopping him, Mike. He has stretched it out to over 15.5 second lead over second place Dakota LaRue. This
absolutely.
is an insane performance, man. Domination all the way around, it seems like.
Absolutely. I've been watching these lap times. So, like, Edwards just ran a 31.4. LaRue is going to run a. Let's get it updated. He'll come across the line any second now. There it is, a 30.9. And Majoric is going to lay down a 31.089.
It seems like Edwards is back to pace off just a touch, like right there. He just ran a 31.015 there
Yeah,
to complete lap 75. So it looks like Edwards has backed his pace off a little bit just to keep a little bit of life left in those tires, just in case he may need to use them at any point. But if it keeps going like this, then I don't see him having to really press the issue for any hard pushing on the truck. I think he can just coast his way there if it stays green. I really feel like he's good to go and he can set sail. I mean, there's only 3 trucks on the lead lap. There's a leader of Everest, second place driver LaRue, and the third place of Cody Majork. I mean, if a caution comes out, it can make it a 4-truck battle or a 5-truck, maybe 6-truck battle. It depends on if anybody takes the waiver rounds or not. But we're just gonna have to see, man. We're gonna see the suspense. The suspense is really killing me. But I hope it'll last.
absolutely. Absolutely.
But the race has been fantastic. Oh, Edwards in the wall again. There, got a little scrape there. Got some Darlington Stripe on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to give everybody a general idea, that is the difference between first and second on track. as your race leader Lucas Edwards goes into turns 1 and 2, and now coming now, your second place of Dakota LaRue now is exiting turn number 4 to start his next lap. So that just gives you a
Yeah, I
general
got
idea
Edwards
of,
going into 3 there, and it's a big gap, huge gap.
oh, very huge gap. And at this point, ultimately, it is Lucas Edwards' race to lose. And I think we can officially start calling Lucas Edwards the Watermelon Man of the Fast Action Racing Series.
Oh, we got a yellow.
Oh, we do have a yellow. Jordan Martin crashes. That,
No.
it looked like he just,
Game changer.
that is a major game changer. Let's go back and see what happened as Jordan Martin just gets into the outside wall on exit and slams the inside wall hard.
Oh, hard impact. Oh, hard impact.
And he gets his machine refired and pulls away from the racing scene, or from the crash scene. Ladies and gentlemen, this
A
is
wrench has
huge.
been thrown.
Number 91 of Dan Atkins will get his lap back. As you see Jordan Martin struggling to get that race truck to turn. And here comes your race leaders down onto pit road.
Got Lucas Edwards coming down pit road here in that 87 machine. Getting ready to make a pit stop here, and it looks like it's the distance from the pit stop from the second place driver. It looks like he's going to easily retain the lead on this stop.
Oh, absolutely.
But we'll see what the score monitor looks like. Good, perfect stop into his box. He's going to get 4 fresh tires and some Sunoco race fuel, and he's going to take that machine and get her back on track here.
More trouble for Jordan Martin, trying to get that number 13 machine down onto pit road.
Looks like he's got a big issue when he hit that wall hard. He's got a big issue with that left front.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be very difficult for it to turn. He's probably having difficulty turning right now. I know he's probably going down the pit road straight as an arrow, it seems like, but he may have that wheel turned hard left for all we know, just trying to keep it straight.
As he drops debris down in his pit box, down in his pit box, and luckily for
They
these
gotta go far to
drivers,
clean up, but yeah, it's
luckily
gonna be
for
something.
these drivers, they all have one fast repair.
Absolutely.
So
And
Jordan Martin is getting his backup car out. And unfortunately, Jordan Martin will continue to go another lap down here as we get the 1 to go signal from Barney, our flagman. I would like to thank Barney so much for everything he's done. He's been employed with iRacing since 2008, never called out sick, never missed a day of work, and he's
That's
able
right.
to officiate multiple races 24/7. I think he drinks a lot of Red Bull and Monsters to keep himself going. So Barney, thank you for everything you have done, and special thank you to Fred as well. Our
I was gonna say we
amazing,
got to throw a shout out to Fred for our pace car driver there. He's been a
absolutely,
loyal pace car driver for since 2008 as well.
yeah. I heard that these two are best friends, and
Absolutely.
they do everything together, and they won't miss any races together as our pace car pulls off once again. And it shows we have just about 4 trucks remaining on the racetrack, and six trucks on, and we are green flag racing once again here at Darlington. And Edwards gets an amazing jump. Cody Majoric in that second spot as we have
31 in the wall.
Yep, we have the 31 Brad Quall Sr. in the wall. Ultimately, this is going to come down to the top 3 drivers here, As you see Dakota LaRue turning Cody Majork into turn number 4, or turn 3. That, he just got so much momentum going through turns 3 and 4, and that turned Cody Majork into the outside wall. That could be a penalty for Dakota LaRue, but we'll have to wait to hear back from the FARS official after the race, and then we will leave that for an update for next week when we go to Las Vegas. 16 laps to go for the Watermelon Man of the FARS series as he rockets out of turn number 2 once again, slowly but surely pulling away from the number 88 of Dakota LaRue. We are sitting now 15 laps to go.
Mike, I went back and looked at the little contact between LaRue and Mr. Cody there in the 28. I can never pronounce his last name. Majork.
Yep.
From what I'm seeing, it looks like it would be a little bit of neck coating from the both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a gap between the 88 and the 28 there on that right rear, or that left rear quarter panel on the right front of the 88. Yeah, I can see there's a big gap in it. So it looks like neck coating on that end.
All right. Well, as I said earlier, these two drivers have had a lot of run-ins this season so far. So hopefully this will not put a damper or feed into that rivalry anymore. As we
But who don't love a good rivalry, though, Mike? I love a good rivalry, and I love to be a part of a good rivalry.
Absolutely there. I could definitely agree with you on that. As I actually do my best not to make anybody upset with me. But there are some drivers out there that, man, you just want to strangle.
Just rub you the wrong way, man, yeah.
And it's like, man, don't get in my way next time.
I know I got penalized early in the season. I believe it was at Nashville when somebody rubbed me the wrong way, and I had an incident with another driver, and I sincerely apologized and everything, but the guy just wasn't accepting it and just crawled all over me for it, and I lashed out and told him what I really thought. He may have cried a little bit. I ain't sure. Hope not. He was a grown man, but when that happened, I just blatantly go into turn 3 and don't even touch the brakes, and I just sell off into there. It may have been on stream too, so. But yeah, I don't take kindly to disrespect, especially if I'm being sincerely apologetic and very sincere with my feelings and telling you that I'm genuinely sorry. I did not mean to do that. And then you do that. I don't take kindly to that, and a lot of drivers don't. A lot of drivers don't take kindly to that.
Oh, absolutely. I can't tell you how many drivers I've upset myself here on the iRacing service, and
well, I'm sure I have too, but I mean, when you go to apologize and then somebody just disrespects you like that, it kind of rubs you the wrong way. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and you're like, nah, just no. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, but I have bipolar disorder, so we think a little, well, way differently than most normal people.
Yeah, just a little way different. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just a little ways different, but sometimes it gets the best of me. But I try my best to not let it override and affect my iRacing path that I'm on. So I try to make as many friends as possible.
Oh, absolutely. I for one, I like to race hard. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I don't mind, hitting, fenders a little bit here and there. But one thing I always hate doing is, flat out spinning out another competitor.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's one
Now,
thing I really do hate because I'm not a dirty driver, and I've raced with you before, and know you're not one either. And I know you come from the same line as me when it comes to the morality of how we race and everything. It's just most drivers nowadays don't have it,
no,
but there's that 25-35% of us out there that still have that moralistic values of how traditional racing should be and the way it's supposed to be.
right. Now, I can't sit here and say that I haven't taken somebody out on purpose because
No, neither can I.
I mean, I'm sure everybody
They
has at
deserved it.
some point, you know, like um, just I have a general rule when it comes to like blocking. You got three
Hmm.
shots. The first block, okay, don't do it again. Second shot, okay, this is your warning. Third time, I'm not lifting.
Exactly. I'm not either. I'm not gonna lift. You chop my nose off 3 times, and you happen to skid by it and keep it straight in front of me. The third time, I'm not lifting, and if you do it again, you're going to the inside wall or the outside wall because I'm not holding up the rest of the stack of the field up just
Yep,
because you want to play a blocking game. No.
absolutely. And I've also taken out, you know, a couple people, because they were, you know, blocking like mad crazy, trying to wreck other
Hmm.
people. And, I'm having a crappy race, and I don't mind, taking somebody out for running that way so that everybody else can have a clean race.
Exactly. Take them out before they take the rest of the field out.
Exactly. And if I'm already doing horribly, I have no problem with it. I'll do it.
Right.
Especially if they're complaining, forever about that one driver. So,
Oh, absolutely.
but other than that, I'll race you clean. I'll race you hard if I spin out, or if I spin you out, my bad. Never my intentions. But let's go ahead and quit chit chatting about this because we're down to three to go here at
That's right.
Darlington, and the field is pretty much spread out. We now have
Spread out once
4.5
again.
second lead back to Dakota LaRue, and a couple seconds back to Dan Atkins. He's having a good recovery race here, moving back up to that third spot as Barney gives our popsicle sticks to signal 2 laps to go as we head down into turns 1 and 2 and into the outside wall. Why not? As he comes out of turn number 2. 5 second gap now between your race leaders. The white flag is in the air for the final time for Lucas Edwards in that number 87 RCA Aaron's Toyota.
Here he goes, working off turn number 2 down the back stretch for the final time.
Absolutely. He's kept that car sideways going
Into
straight.
3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and
your
gentlemen,
lady.
coming off turn number 4, Lucas Edwards is your winner at Darlington.
Absolutely, Lucas Edwards bringing it home here in the Lady in Black, the 101 here at Darlington. And
Man, what a great race. What a great dominant performance by Edwards there. Great, great performance. I haven't seen a
absolutely,
performance like that in all the almost 3 years I've been on iRacing, and since I started league racing and doing this. This is the most dominating performance I've seen in ever. I'd put this in number 1 in a league.
oh, absolutely.
As Lucas Edwards gets ready to burn it down in victory celebration, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, burning it down at the Lady in Black. He got a few stripes from the lady herself tonight, but with that win, he's going to leave some stripes of his own on her.
Absolutely. First and foremost, let's see if we can have a little chit chat with our third place of Dan Atkins before he runs off on us.
Yeah, let's grab Dan.
Dan Adkins, this is Mike and Jeff up in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
Dan Atkins, you come home third today after having a very unfortunate situation down, trying to get down under green flag pit stops. Did you think your race was over at that point? And did you think you had anything to be able to catch up with Lucas Edwards in that number 87 machine?
Um, yeah, it was unfortunate. I missed pit road there. I was a late decision. I don't know. Just went for it and missed it. And yeah, the beginning of the race, I was kind of just saving, riding a little bit. But Lucas, I couldn't compete with him. He's damn good at this track. I wasn't gonna beat him. I was the best I could have done was ran second.
Oh, absolutely. That it was still a very good comeback after falling uh, back one lap. Uh, we got that late race caution, which you were able to get back to the lucky dog and then come all the way back up. Um, from
Yeah, that
that,
was fortunate right there.
yeah. So, Dan, what are your thoughts now heading into Las Vegas next week?
It's getting interesting. Both the guys I'm racing against, they finished ahead of me tonight. So, and the last week that I caught a lucky break, they would have finished ahead of me there too. So, I think it might get interesting with 2 races to go.
Oh, absolutely. And I know that.
I don't know the point situation. I don't know if it's what I've got to do to win it, but I'm just gonna show up and be as consistent as I can be.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't. I knew I didn't have a winning car tonight, or a truck. I felt like I was top five for sure. If there was, more guys would have showed up. But yeah, I got that caution there and got my spot back.
Absolutely. Alrighty, Dan, we're going to go ahead and let you go, buddy. Congratulations on your third place finish, and we will see you next week over in Vegas.
Yep. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your second place finisher, the number 88, Dakota LaRue. Dakota, what a race for you it was today. Uh, you had a good up and down day, and you were able to squeak out a second place finish. What's your thoughts on how your truck performed today?
Um, I was trying to save tire. Overall, the truck felt pretty good though. There towards the end, I got into Cody, and it looked like a little bit of net code, but I think it would have spun him regardless. But
I
I
will
feel bad
tell
about
you there,
that.
Dakota, it was some net code. I went back on the replay and watched. It was net coding.
Now, still, I feel bad. He was running good all day. Honestly, he probably should have finished second. But that last run, I felt like I had good speed, so I was trying to get up to him, Lucas, as fast as I could, and just accidentally took Cody out in the process.
Yeah, unfortunately, and this isn't your first run in that you've had with Cody this season. How do you look forward to the final two races? And do you think you and Cody are going to have any issues for the remaining two races of the season?
I don't think me and Cody will have any issues. He's a pretty chill guy. He understands. I'm sure he's probably a little upset right now, but he knows I didn't mean to do it, I'd hope. As for
Absolutely.
Vegas and Homestead, I feel really confident at Homestead. Vegas, I'm pretty decent at as well, but I haven't ran as much in the Xfinity car as I have the Cup car, for instance.
Absolutely. Alrighty, Dakota, congratulations on your second place finish. And we will see you next week in Las Vegas.
All right, appreciate you, man. You have a good one.
You
Thank you.
as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the number 87 RCA Aaron's Toyota, your race winner, Lucas Edwards. Lucas, you came back this week with a vengeance after that win was stripped from you last week at Talladega. What are your thoughts on your performance today, and did you expect you to annihilate the field the way you did tonight?
No, I definitely did not expect that, but I will say I definitely had too many Darlington Stripes. I was trying to throw it.
Oh, we could tell, Fred. We could tell.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. We watched you whip that thing sideways out of the corners, get a little bit loose entering, get up into the wall, come off the wall. I think I even saw you hit turn two twice in one lap. So you were definitely driving the wheels off of that thing. Right before that one and only caution come out, you were sitting at just about 16 seconds, I think it was, ahead of Cody Majork and Dakota LaRue. Um, Man, your truck was just wicked fast today.
Yeah, it's always been one of my favorite tracks. It's just fun to drive, even if if I end up being one of the slower people in the races. It's just a fun to drive track.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Jeff was actually just saying how he's never witnessed somebody put on such a dominant performance like you have today here at Darlington,
I'm
and
not.
and
I have
I
not
can't
seen a dominant performance like that.
and I can't think of the last time I've seen a dominant race out of somebody like this out of from Darlington. So um, you will gain another W in that win column. Came back, like I said, with vengeance from last week. Um,
He'd do what Dale Sr. called. Let's see, let me quote him on this if I'm correct. That's what you call an ass whooping.
absolutely,
And there goes Stanley Camp.
absolutely,
There goes the stream.
Put a lot of work in this truck. I wanted a nice throwback, so it felt good.
oh,
Oh, absolutely. That throwback looked fantastic too, man. I know you worked hard on it most of the week and it turned out amazing, dude. It was nice to see in Victory Lane as well. Your hard work and efforts paid off double.
oh, absolutely. Very, very incredible run out of you today, Lucas.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts now heading into Vegas with Dan finishing third here? You do gain a little bit of more points on Dan. So thoughts for Vegas and then on to Homestead.
Homestead, I think I'll do well at Vegas. Has never been a strong suit, so we'll see what I can do there.
Alrighty. Lucas, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on another victory for you. We will see you next
Yes,
week
most
at
certainly.
Las Vegas.
Have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
What an incredible race today. One one yellow flag, one restart. Incredible race all around by each and every single one of these drivers. A couple of them had an up and down day. Dan Atkins, he went down, then came back up. Unfortunate to see Jordan Martin fall all the way back to seventh there. Um, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and uh, take a look at our race results for today. Your race winner out of the field fillers racing number 87 machine, Lucas Edwards. Dakota LaRue in that number 88 machine for Grease Monkey Motorsports will come in second. Dan Atkins in that number 91 STS Racing machine, he'll come in third. Cody Majork for, I don't know why I didn't update again, but RV2 Racing or Motorsports. Brad Paul Sr. in that fifth spot in his number 31 Vortex Racing machine. Kian Fry in his number 14 machine for Thunder Valley Racing. Jordan Martin will bring it home 13th in his Bill Collector machine. Matthew Stern in his number 4 machine will come in 8th. And then Jeffrey Engel will come in 9th. And Jake Lucas will round out your top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it all from us today. Do you have any last thoughts before we end the stream today, Jeff?
Well, No, not really, except for this was a fantastic race, and I hope the fans at home enjoyed it that were out there watching. I'm excited to see what the last two races of the season are going to bring, and hopefully some good, thrilling racing action left to come in these final two.
Absolutely. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us right here on YouTube and Twitch, right here on the iCast Racing Network. Thank you so much to iRacing for giving us an incredible platform to call home. And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, when we come live right to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, we'll see you next week right here on the iCast Racing Network. Have a good night. Happy time zones.
This has been a production of the iCast Racing Network powered by iRacing. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications for all of our live events right here on YouTube and Twitch. We would like to thank SDK Gaming for their production overlays that makes this event enjoyable. Until next time, happy time zones.